And we welcome you to the Little Caesars Arena here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. I am Vinny from vdubproductions, and welcome back to my NBA2K26 presenting the 2025-2026 season playthrough. We are in Game 6 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals between the number 1 seed New York Knicks and the 8-seeded Detroit Pistons. The Pistons had a chance to clinch the series back in Game 5 in New York, but failed as the Knicks ended up winning that game 106-90, led by 35 points by Jalen Brunson. As we look at the starting lineups for both teams, we got Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, Hart, and Towns. While for the Pistons, we got Cunningham, Ivy, Thompson, Harris, and Duren. As we're looking at those key matchups right now, those are the regular season stats from Brunson and Cunningham. The Pistons with a chance to clinch on their home court. Or will the Knicks send it back to Game 7 in Madison Square Garden, as we see the Pistons winning the tip here? We have Cunningham. He'll make the shot up. That is good, and the Pistons off to a quick 2-0 start. As I mentioned earlier, the regular season standings, 28.6 points a game for Cade Cunningham. That is no good. Jalen Duren grabbing the rebound. Duren had 22 points and 17 rebounds in that loss in game number 5. Jaden Ivey coming around. Still holding on to it. Ivey pitching it over to Harris. Harris for 3. That's off the back iron. Bridges grabbing the rebound. Mikal Bridges back over to Jalen Brunson. As I said, had 35 points. Very key. As you see, Towns had 25 points in that Game 5 win. Those were keys to keeping the season alive for the Knicks here. As I'm sure the Pistons would have loved to just travel to Milwaukee. As you see, Jaden Ivey for 3. And it's a quick 5-0 lead for the Pistons here. Over to Karl Anthony Towns. Towns puts a shot up. That's no good. Jalen Duren with another rebound. Asar Thompson, I should say. Almond plays for the Rockets. We have 5 series completed already. This is the only series still going on in the first round in the Eastern Conference. Jaden Ivey, that shot is no good. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. The winner of this series will take on the New York Knicks. Now the question is, will the series start in Milwaukee? As you see, Josh Hart getting the bucket there. Brunson with the assist. Will it start in Milwaukee? Or will a series start in Madison Square Garden? As you see, Cunningham for 3. That's no good. Karl Anthony Towns grabbing a rebound. Anunoby, who just came off of injury, had 4 points in his return. Looking to do a little bit better in his second game back and maybe extending it series to a Game 7. Brunson coming around with the layup. That is good. That's his first 2 points of the game. You see Brunson in the 3 regular season games averaging 20.5 points, 4 rebounds a game against the Pistons this season. You see Cunningham. Got 10 on the shot clock. Cunningham with the jump shot. That is no good. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Brunson thought about it for a second. He'll shoot the 3 now. That is no good. Jalen Duren with another rebound. As I said, Jalen Duren is one of those players who can get you 20 and 15 a night on any given night. Ivy, that's no good. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. OG Anunoby. He's it back over to Jalen Brunson. Brunson with it. That layup is good at 6 straight points by the Knicks, and it's 6-5. 4 points for Jalen Brunson. He had the assist on the other bucket as we have a timeout called by the Pistons. 8:23 to play in the first. We're going to take a timeout. The Knicks leading at 6-5. Coming out of the timeout here. 6-5, Knicks on top. Pistons start this game off on a 5-0 run. The Knicks have scored the last 6 points here as we're over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Real life, both of these teams are in the postseason, where the Knicks are the 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference. They are currently tied with the Hawks 2-2 at the time of the recording of this game. For the Pistons, though, the top seed in the East in real life, you see Jaden Ivey will shoot the 3, and the Pistons are on top again, leading it 8-6. They're not doing that well. They're actually in the same position after 4 games as this series is in real life for the Knicks, as this series is for the Knicks. As you see, Brunson for 3. That's 7 for him, and the Knicks on top again by 1. And the real-life Pistons are down 3-1 as the top seed against the 8th-seeded Orlando Magic, heading back to Little Caesars Arena for Game 5, facing elimination. Could the Pistons win the real-life Game 5 and cut it to a Game 6? We'll find out. That's coming up in about a couple of days' time, or actually, that'll be tomorrow in real life. Bridges coming around. This is over to Hart. Hart for 3. Josh Hart has 5 points. It's either him or Brunson so far that has combined for the 12 points. Ivy for 3. No good. Anunoby grabbing a rebound. Or actually, I should say, by the time this video comes out, and there's a 3 right there. Bridges with the 3 there. That's the first player other than Brunson or Hart with points. It's a 9-0 run after that. 9-0 run by the Knicks currently. Hart with it. As I said, he has 5 already. Over to Brunson for 3. No good. Duren grabbing the rebound. As I take that back, by the time this video comes out, it will be a few hours away from game number 5 of that series between the Pistons and the Magic in real life. Cunningham coming around. That bucket is good. That ends that 9-0 run there. Cade Cunningham, look at his stats. 34.4 points on average. 7.8 rebounds a game and 9.2 assists per game this postseason so far. That's after 5 games of the series. Hart for 3. That's 8 points for him. And a lead up to 8 for the Knicks, and that will be a timeout called by the Pistons here. 5:47 to play in the first. We're going to take another timeout. 18-10, Knicks on top. Coming out of the timeout here, we look at the lineup set now for the Knicks. Let's see, Clarkson checks into the game. Bridges will move to small forward, and that is it for any substitutions, as the players for the court still, as there's no change for the Pistons. Thompson will inbound it to Jalen Duren. 15 on the shot clock. At the time of recording of this game, it'll be a few hours until the Knicks and Hawks have their real-life Game 5. They see the Knicks out-rebounding the Pistons 9-5 right now. Make it 9-6 as Thompson grabbing a rebound off the miss. Thompson coming around. 12-2 run by the Knicks right now. That has brought it to an 8-point lead for the Knicks. They're looking to try to force a Game 7 in this series. 4 on the shot clock. Ivy coming around with a layup. That's good. So we got 5 minutes to play in the first. 18-12, the Knicks on top. If you like what you're watching, hit the like button. Comment on this video. If you're new to this channel and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out. Brunson with a bucket. That's 9 for him in this game. 9 so far in this first quarter, and the lead up to 8 again. Ivy for 3. No good. Josh Hart grabbing a rebound. So it is Josh Hart with 8. Brunson with 9. That's no good there. And Bridges has the other 3. Got more players from the Knicks at the scores table looking to check into the game. Cunningham back to Duren. Duren dishes it over to, was that Ivy? I'm not sure. I hate when I don't see the names. Hart with the slam dunk. That's 10 for him. Clarkson, who just checked in the game, gets the assist. Clarkson had 21 points. We see Duncan Robinson dealing with a minor injury, but still able to go. Limping out onto the court. His Cade Cunningham with the bucket. As I'm looking at the stats again for the first round series, over 34 points on average so far in the first 5 games. He had 41 in game 1 and a loss. Brunson coming around with a layup. That's good. That's 11 points for Jalen Brunson. 11 for him. Hart with 10, and so far it's Bridges that has 3. The other 3, Jaden Ivey. Got 8 on the shot clock. Ivy, that shot is no good. Karl Anthony Towns grabbing the rebound. Knicks leading it by 10. There's Clarkson for 3. That's good. That's his first 3 points of the game. He had 21 off the bench in the Game 5 victory. And the Knicks leading it by 13. And that's a miss right there. Duran will miss that slam dunk. Brunson has it gets it from Karl Anthony Towns, who got the rebound. Brunson. There's a 3-pointer. No good. Harris grabbing a rebound. Cade Cunningham. As we're approaching the final 2 minutes of the first quarter. Cunningham over to Duran. Duran with the shot up. That's no good. Karl Anthony Towns grabbing the rebound. Bridges pushes it over to Harris. Harris, and he's rejected, but he's fouled. No, that's Hart that was fouled. Harris is he called for the foul. We have a timeout called. 1:49 to play in the first. The Knicks leading it by 13. Coming out of timeout here, let's look at the lineup set here. So we have Brogdon checking in, and Yabusele checks into the game for the Knicks and for the Pistons. And we have Saucer, Holland, Stewart, Reed, Robinson, I think, as Hart will make the first one, so that's 11 for him in this first quarter. We have 11 points each for both Brunson and Hart, and we got 3 points for Clarkson and Bridges for the Knicks. And the second one is made, so Hart now has 12. Marcus Saucer. There he is right now. 15 on the shot clock. He also has a little minor injury designation. 10 on the shot clock. Saucer, that shot is no good. Hits the front rim. Knicks out rebounding the Pistons 15-8. Brogdon for 3. No good. Paul Reed grabbing a rebound. Ron Holland with it. Holland dishing it over to Reed. Reed back over to Stewart. Over to Saucer for 3. Good! Marcus Saucer gets his first 3 points of the game. The lead down to 12 right now for the Knicks here. Under a minute to play in the first. Bridges coming around. Layup is no good. Holland grabbing a rebound. Holland finds over to Paul Reed. Back over to Stewart. Stewart over to Saucer. Saucer for 3. That is no good. Hart will come down with the rebound here. 30 seconds to play in the first. 29-17. Knicks on top. Game 6 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinal series. Clarkson will miss that one. A Knicks win will go to a Game 7. A Pistons win will send them to the next round. They'll take on the Milwaukee Bucks. And that will have a complete set for the second round matches in the NBA Eastern Conference side of the playoffs. Saucer. There's the 3-point attempt there. That's good, just as the buzzer shoots. Paul Reed will have the 3-pointer there. And we're at the end of the first quarter. The Knicks are leading it 29-20. A game they need to win to force a Game 7. However, could the Detroit Pistons get momentum from that 3-pointer right at the buzzer? We'll find out. Second quarter coming up right after this. Start of the second quarter here in Detroit. So we got Huck Porty checking into the game for the first time. Bridges still out on the court. We got Huck Porty, Bridges, Yabusele, and that's no good. Holland will get the rebound there. So we have Holland, Saucer, Stewart, Reed, and Robinson. That's out on the court. Like I said, we have Huck Porty, Bridges, Robinson for 3. No good. Yabusele. Brogdon. Who else is out there to complete the... You see Brogdon for three. That's no good. Stewart grabbing a rebound. Marcus Sasser. Over to Reed. Reed back over to Robinson, over to Holland. Holding on to it right now. 5 on the shot clock. Holland. That is no good. Clarkson. All right, so that does set the lineup there. Brogdon. Back over to Clarkson. Clarkson for three. No good. Paul Reed grabbing a rebound. Over to Robinson. Robinson feeds it over to Sasser. Back over to Robinson again. Feeds over to Holland here. 8 on the shot clock. Let's go. Sasser with it. Sasser will take a deep two. That is no good. Yabusele grabbing a rebound. Jordan Clarkson crossing the half-court line over to Brogdon. No, that wasn't Brogdon, I think. Sasser will have it, though, for the Pistons right here. Trailing 29-20 right now. So we're 2 minutes into the second quarter. Robinson. There's a three from Duncan Robinson. That's no good. Brogdon grabbing a rebound. So it was Bridges that made the three, that shot the three-pointer that missed it earlier. Brogdon. Back over to Yabusele now. Brogdon has it again here. 5 on the shot clock. Feeds over to Clarkson. Clarkson with a jump shot. That's good. And a lead up to 11 again. They led by as many as 15 in the first quarter here. As we're 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. 31-20, the Knicks leading it. Game 6 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals, I should say. The Pistons leading the series 3-2. I see Duncan Robinson. Who got a piece of that one? You see the rebounds, though, 21-15. I think that might have been Bridges that had a piece of that Robinson attempt there. As we're 3 minutes into the second quarter. Clarkson coming around, fishing it over. Yeah, that's no good, but he gets the rebound there. He kept possession of it. That didn't draw iron for a second, but it's a miss anyway. Clarkson, 5 points, 2 of 6 shooting. And we have a foul called against Brogdon. First personal foul, first team foul. Marcus Sasser. It's Sasser, never mind. It is Marcus Sasser. Two shots by the Pistons. And Sasser will miss the first one here. Substitution out on the court. Karl Anthony Towns checking back into the game. OG Anunoby as well. And for the Pistons, Sasser stays in, but we have Cunningham, Ivy, Thompson, and Stewart. The rest of the lineup set there. And Sasser will make the second one. The lead down to 10. So the Knicks had a 15-point lead at one point. Then the Pistons were able to cut it to within 9 to end the quarter. So 8.5 to play here until halftime. Bridges passes up that shot. Karl Anthony Towns will pass that up too. Anunoby, he's going to lose that one. Cunningham will come with the theft. There's a three. That is no good. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. The Knicks out rebound the Pistons 23-16 right now as we're approaching 4 minutes into the second quarter. Clarkson coming around. He's rejected. Cunningham getting a piece of that. Sasser has it. Feeds it over to Cunningham. Cunningham getting a little bit of a screen right now. Cunningham passes it over to Thompson, back over to Sasser. 4 on the shot clock. Sasser gets the shot up. That is no good. Beats the buzzer, though. Avoids the shot clock violation, but it doesn't really matter anyway. Shot didn't fall in. Anunoby for three. Off the back iron. Towns with the offensive rebound to Clarkson. Clarkson for a three. That's 8 points for Jordan Clarkson. And it lead up to 13. The Knicks don't want to play games right now. They know what's at stake. You see Cunningham for three. That's in there. Lead down to 10 again. 5 minutes into the second quarter, we have a timeout called by the Knicks here. 6:58 to play in the second. The Knicks with a 10-point lead. We'll be back. Coming out of timeout. Look at that. We got Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, Yabusele, and Towns. That's the lineup set for the Knicks and for the Pistons. We have Cunningham, Ivy, Thompson, Stewart, and Duren. So Tobias Harris is still on the bench for the Pistons. Over to Brunson, back to Anunoby for three. That's in there. Cunningham. Cunningham coming around now. That's a failed alley-oop attempt. Anunoby will come with the steal over to Brunson. Brunson, that is out of bounds. That'll be on the Knicks ball after Isaiah Stewart with the rejection there. 17 still on the shot clock. Anunoby over to Towns. Towns for three. Off the back iron. Thompson grabbing the rebound. 37-24. Knicks on top. They're shooting 40%. The Pistons only at 28%. Thompson coming around with a slam dunk, and he saw that percentage goes up to 30 after that slam dunk. Knicks lead down to 11 here as we're approaching the halfway point of the second quarter. Brunson was rejected earlier, and he'll miss this one off the back iron. Thompson coming down with the rebound. Back over to Jaden Ivey. Ivey back over to Thompson. The shit over to Stewart. Stewart for three. No good. Anunoby grabbing the rebound. 20 on the shot clock. Over to Brunson. Back over to Towns. Towns to Yabusele. Yabusele for three. That's no good. Cunningham grabbing the rebound. Over to Ivy. Ivy for three. No good. Yabusele grabbing the rebound there. Over to Jalen Brunson. Brunson over to Bridges. Bridges to Brunson. Brunson for three. Good. The lead up to 14 here as we have a timeout called. 5:07 to play in the second. The Knicks leading it by 14. Coming out of the timeout here. So let's see here. Brogdon checks in. Niang will check in as well. And for the Pistons, let's see the lineup set here. Robinson will check in at shooting guard, and Tobias Harris checks in for the first time in the second quarter at power forward. So Duncan Robinson checking back into the game. Getting himself some minutes here. Harris, and he's got to step out of bounds. Careless turnover. You need to be better awareness than that. You're down by 14 with a chance to clinch. Look at Cade Cunningham with the rejection off of Clarkson earlier in this game. Under 5 to play until halftime. Niang will inbound it to Brunson. Niang was a deadline acquisition for Mitchell Robinson at the break that sent Mitchell Robinson to Utah. Brunson coming around. That shot is good. And a lead up to 16. Anunoby will get the assist there. As we have Cunningham over to Thompson. Back over to Cunningham here. 15 on the shot clock. Tobias Harris feeds it over to Thompson again. Over to Harris. Harris will shoot the three. No good. Anunoby grabbing a rebound here with the Knicks leading it by 16. Their largest so far. 15 on the shot clock. Over to Towns. 9 on the shot clock. Anunoby. Running over to Niang. Niang for three. No good. Thompson grabbing a rebound. Cunningham. Finds over to Robinson. Robinson for three. No good. Thompson gets the offensive rebound, and that's going to be a loose ball foul called against Jalen Duren. Another turnover against the Pistons. That's Duren's first personal foul, but since it was on the offensive side, there'll be no team fouls called against the Pistons. I said the Knicks led by as many as 15. As you see, Brunson going to go to, or in the first quarter, Brunson is going to go to the line shooting two, as Cunningham called for that foul. 2 quick threes by the Pistons before the end of the quarter, sent it to within 9. But now, as we saw, the Knicks are up by 16, looking to try to go up by even more. I said the Knicks need to win this game to force a Game 7 back home at MSG, as Brunson will miss the first one. The Pistons, if they come back and win this game, they will be on their way to Milwaukee for the Eastern Conference semifinals. And that's the first one. He'll hit the second one here. 17-point lead, the largest lead for the Knicks right now. 3.5 to play in the second. But big leads have evaporated in this series. You see Harris for 3, no good. We had the Rockets at a 13-point lead in the second half in Game 5 of their series. So you see Karl Anthony Towns will miss that one. For the Nuggets to stay alive and to force a Game 6 and eventually now a Game 7 in that series. Harris will come around with a bucket. The Pistons shooting only 28% to the Knicks 39%. Neither team shooting very stellar in this game. Knicks, you see Brunson coming around with a bucket, and the lead is up to 17 again. That's 19 for Jalen Brunson, 12 of them in the paint. Matching their largest lead of the game. Like I said, it was a 13 I know the Timberwolves in Game 5 of their series in the first half were up by as many as 19. And even had an 11-point lead with 8.5 to play in Game 5 before the Lakers ended on a 28-6 run. Which gave the Leslie Tobias Harris with the bucket and the lead down to 15 again. Which eventually gave the Lakers a 3-2 series lead, and then also the Lakers were able to go on another big run in Game 6. In the middle of that game, see Brunson for 3, in there, that's 22 for him. 11 of those here in the second quarter, so he's had 11 points each quarter so far. Minute 40 to play until halftime, 48-30. Knicks on top by Cade Cunningham with the bucket. The Pistons shooting 13 of 42. The Knicks 18 of 43. For total field goals right now. Niang over to Brogdon. Brogdon for 3. No good. Duran grabbing a rebound. To Tobias Harris. Cunningham over to Harris. Back over to Thompson. Thompson gives it over to Duran. Duran will lose it, and that's still going to be Pistons ball. But 3.2 to play, 3.2 to shoot. Bridges and Hart checking into the game, and for the Pistons, we have Thompson and Holland checking into the game. Got to get the shot up. Thompson will get it off. They'll hit, draw iron, no good. Anunoby grabbing the rebound there. Still a 16-point lead for the Knicks here. Brunson coming around. He has 22 already. Make that 24 and the lead up to 28. Or no, lead up to 18, I should say. Ooh, I am losing it right now. 15 on the shot clock here. 30 seconds to play until halftime. Cunningham. He's going to go to the line shooting 2 as Brunson called for his first personal foul, second team foul. See Cunningham attempting his first one. He'll make the first one here. Another substitution coming out onto the court here. Jaden Ivey checking back into the game. Asar Thompson moving to small forward. 28.9 to play until halftime. 50-33. The Knicks on top. The Knicks looking to force a Game 7. The Pistons trying to get some momentum going, get back into this game, and maybe try to close the series out as Cunningham will sink them both. 50-34. 10 on the shot clock. Brunson That is off the back, no good. Cunningham will get the rebound. Shot clock turned off. 5 on the shot clock. Cunningham over to Ivy. Ivy for 3. No good, and that will do it. We are at the end of the first half here. Game 6 of this Eastern Conference quarterfinal series. The Knicks leading the Pistons 50-34. The Knicks are 1 half away from possibly sending this game back to sending the series back to New York for Game 7. I am Vinny from VDUB Productions. I hope you like what you've seen so far. Hit the like button, comment, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. And I will see you guys in the second half. Get ready to start the second half here in Detroit. I am Vinny from VDUB Productions. This is my 2025-2026 NBA season playthrough. As you see, Jalen Brunson highlights here. He has 24 in that first half. Cade Cunningham leading all scorers for the Pistons with 13. No need to give you guys a lineup set right now, as it is the starting 5 for both teams to start this third quarter. The Knicks inbounding it, leading it by 16 right now. I said the Knicks are looking to try to force the Game 7 here. That's a miss right there. Jalen Duren grabbing a rebound. He needs to get a few of those as well as get some points. Be that 20 and 15 guy if they want to get back into this game. Cade Cunningham, 13 points in that first half, well below his scoring average this postseason. He's over the Hart. Will make that bucket there and the lead up to 18. That's their largest lead. Well, as I said though, large leads have evaporated on certain instances this postseason. See Cade Cunningham coming around with the layup. That's 15 for him. Shooting only 55% from the field. 1 minute into the third quarter here. 52-36. Knicks on top. Over Anunoby for 3. No good. Harris grabbing a rebound. Over to Cunningham. Cunningham coming around the layup. That's no good. Brunson will grab the rebound there. This is over to Bridges. Bridges for 3. No good. Ivy will grab the rebound. Mikal Bridges only 3 points. Oh, that was a three-pointer in the first quarter there. He has 5 assists, though, in this game, so he does spread the wealth. Brunson holding on to it right now, 8 on the shot clock. Brunson, that shot is good, and a lead up to 18. Jalen Brunson with 26 so far in this game, as the Knicks will match their largest lead. Thompson back over to Cunningham. Cunningham coming around the layup. That's good. Cade Cunningham. That's 17 for him. He has minus 18. Minus 18 out on the court, but he does have 17 points, 7 of 13 shooting. And there's a rejection right there. Cunningham will get control of it here. Cunningham holding on to it, back over to Duren. Duren will put the jump shot in. That's good. Pistons within 14. Timeout. Knicks. We're going to take one as well. 9:05 to play in the third. The Knicks leading it 54-40. Coming out of the timeout, we're back here at the Little Caesars Arena. 54-40 Knicks on top. Game 6 of this Eastern Conference quarterfinal series. As I mentioned, a Knicks win. We go back to Madison Square Garden for Game 7. A Pistons win, and it will be the Pistons heading to Milwaukee for their second round series. Get it over to Karl Anthony Towns. Over to Josh Hart. Find it over to Bridges. Bridges for three. That's no good. Jalen Duren grabbing a rebound. It's Ausar Thompson with it. So we had Jaden Ivey. He'll shoot the three. No good. Ivey will miss that one. Brunson coming through with the rebound. Anunoby. Back over to Brunson. Brunson coming around. Oh, rejection. Who is that got the block? Was that Duren? That is indeed Jalen Duren. Off of Brunson there. 15 on the shot clock as possession will remain with the Knicks as it went off the Pistons. I have to go look at that again and make sure I could try to see what point of this video it is so I can make that a YouTube short. Brunson for three. That is no good. Jalen Duren crashing the boards. Brunson with 26 points on 11 of 23 shooting. He does have one steal. Cunningham. 10 on the shot clock. Cunningham coming around. He'll dish it over to Ivey. Ivey for three. That is off the back iron. And Towns will grab the rebound. Hart will have it now. Ivey with only 8 points on 3 of 16 shooting and 1 rebound. Bridges for three. No good. Duren with another rebound. He is crashing the boards, and it's not like he's getting the points yet. Cunningham. He'll shoot the three. That is no good. Josh Hart grabbing a rebound. Over to Brunson, as I said. He only has 2 points so far in this third quarter. 26 total. Bridges for three. He drains it. And the lead is up to 17 again. I said the largest lead for the Knicks was 18. The Pistons' largest lead was 5 points, and that was the first 5 points. As you see, who's going to the line there? Anunoby is called for the foul. That is Thompson. Ausar Thompson going to go to the line shooting two. Look at the Knicks, 40 points off of assists. They already made 10 three-pointers in this game. That is a scoring breakdown right now here. With 7:15 to play in the third. As Ausar Thompson will miss the first free throw there. Thompson will sink the second one at least. So the Pistons within 16 here as we're approaching 5 minutes into the third quarter. Bridges for three, and he drains that one. 60-41, that's the largest lead of the game for the Knicks, 19. Jalen Duren will get the slam dunk off of that basketball pass here. The Pistons only 17 of 53 shooting, the Knicks at 23 of 58. Neither team shooting 50%. I think the Pistons are still below, at least still below 40%. Brunson with a jumper. That's good. That's 28 for Jalen Brunson. 14 of them in the paint. And a lead up to 19 once again. We've seen a 19-point lead evaporate at one point. That was the Timberwolves. They were up by 19 in Game 5 of that series. You see Cade Cunningham with the bucket. And a lead down to 16. The Lakers were able to come back and win that game. That was Game 5 to take a 3-2 series lead. And then they were able to finish off the Timberwolves. As we're halfway through the third quarter. And there's a bucket again by Brunson. That's 30 for him. Not as many points so far in the third quarter as he had in the first and second, but starting to heat up. Cunningham with a bucket is good. 64-48. That's 22 for Cade Cunningham. As I said, he's averaging a little over 34 points, and there's a solo by Ivy. Ivy coming around back to Cunningham. Cunningham will put the shot up. That's good. That's 24 for him, and the Pistons within 14 again. Timeout, Knicks. We're going to take one as well. 5:16 to play in the third. The Knicks leading it 64-50. We'll be back. Let's look at the lineup set here. We see for the Knicks, we got Brunson, Clarkson, Bridges, Hart, and Towns. And that is it, actually, as everybody's still staying out. No changes made by the Pistons here. As I said, by the time this video comes out, we will know if the Knicks are on the verge of elimination or on the verge of advancing in the real-life series. And I think by the time this video comes out, it will be a few hours before Game 5 against the Magic for the Pistons in their series here, as that's a bucket made. Brunson with 32. 66-50 right now. Cunningham coming around. Layup is no good, but Durham will get the offensive rebound over to Harris for three. That's in there. And they need something going on other than Cade Cunningham. Pistons within 13. That's the closest I believe they have been in the second half. Bridges over to Hart. Back over to Clarkson. Duncan Robinson looking to check into the game for the Pistons. Brunson for three. That's in there. That's 35 for him. We have another timeout called by the Pistons. 4:16 to play. 69-53. Knicks on top. Coming out of timeout here. Let's look at the lineup set for the Pistons. So Jaden Ivey will check in. Or no, Duncan Robinson will check in. Jaden Ivey moving the point guard. Robinson at shooting guard. Cunningham sitting on the bench for the Pistons. Trailing by 16. Ivy over to Harris. Harris. That is no good. Durham will get the offensive rebound over to Thompson. Thompson for three. No good. Over to Mikal Bridges. Clarkson coming around. That's good. And a lead up to 18. That matches their largest lead. Actually, no, they were up by 19, actually, at one point in this third quarter. .335 to play in the third. That's a bucket by Harris. The Pistons only shooting 22 of 61. The Knicks 28 of 63. Got Josh Hart holding on to it right now. Over to Brunson for three. That's in there, and a lead up to 19. That's 38 for Jalen Brunson. Woo, man, Brunson really wants to bring this team back to New York for Game 7, and I don't blame him. So we got 3 minutes to play in the third. Ivy coming around. Ivy with the layup. That's no good. Bridges will come down with the layup. Ivy has struggled from the field in this game. Brunson. That shot is no good, but Karl Anthony Towns will get the tip in off the offensive rebound, and the lead is up to 21 for the Knicks. Their largest now. Jaden Ivey. Jump shot is no good. Towns will get the rebound. Bridges. Find it over to Clarkson right now here. 15 on the shot clock. Brunson with it. Over to Towns for three. No good. Robinson getting the rebound. Tobias Harris back over to Jaden Ivey. 2 minutes on the clock in the third here. Under 8 to play on the shot clock. Thompson for three. That is no good, and Durham will get the offensive rebound back over to Jaden Ivey, over to Thompson. Thompson coming around, and that's out of bounds, and that'll be Knicks ball. Minute 45 to play in the third here, as we have Karl Anthony Towns going to go to the bench. George Niang and Yabusele coming into the game now, and for the Pistons, let's see, Robinson, Green, Holland. Brunson coming around. That's no good. I don't know what kind of shot that was. You see Robinson will come down with it. Over to Harrison. Harris will get the layup, and the Pistons within 19. 20 on the shot clock. Brunson has 38 points already for the Pistons here. Brunson coming around with the layup, make that 40 for him, and the lead up to 21. 1 minute to play in the third quarter, 78-57, Knicks on top. 50 seconds to play here in the third. Harris. Over to Holland. 5 on the shot clock. Holland holding on to it, but he needs to get the shot up quickly. He will put the shot up. That is no good. Brunson grabbing a rebound. And there's Clarkson with the layup. That's good, and a lead up to 23. Field goals. That is not accurate right now, so I'm not going to read them off. Harris back over to Green, over to Stewart. 5 on the shot clock. 10 to play here in the third. Got to get the shot up. Holland for 3. No good. Clarkson will get the rebound. Clarkson with a deep 3 to end the third. That is no good. We are at the end of the third quarter. The Knicks leading it 80-57. They are 12 minutes away from forcing a Game 7. How will the fourth quarter play out? We'll be back right after this. Just starting the fourth quarter, no assists in the game, so Cunningham's back in the game with Isaiah Stewart, Duncan Robinson, Paul Reed, and Ron Holland. Look at the Knicks. We have Brogdon, Clarkson, Yabusele. As you see, Brogdon will come with the steal here, Niang. And Anunoby. That's the lineup set there. That's a slam dunk for OG Anunoby, and the lead is up to 25. Robinson dishes it over to Cunningham. 10 on the shot clock. Cunningham being guarded by Brogdon. Dishes over to Holland. Holland over to Stewart. Stewart for 3. No good. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Over to Malcolm Brogdon. Back over to Cat. Towns for 3. No good. Isaiah Stewart with the rebound. Holland with it, being guarded by, who's that? Anunoby. Stewart. This it over to Paul Reed. Paul Reed back to Cunningham. 3 on the shot clock. Cunningham with a layup. That's good. I believe that is 26 for him in this game as we are 10:30 left to play in the fourth. Knicks up by 23. Clarkson. Layup is good. I like that PA announcer. Jordan Clarkson. 15 on the shot clock. And that's a miss right there. That's actually swatted out of hands as the Anunoby will come with the control of it for the Knicks. 15 on the shot clock. Brogdon. Brogdon will shoot the 3. That is no good. Holland will get the rebound. Have Duncan Robinson. Over to Cunningham. Cunningham for 3. No good. Clarkson will grab the rebound. Got 9.5 to play in the fourth. To Malcolm Brogdon. Over to Karl Anthony Towns. 8 on the shot clock, and Towns will get the bucket there, and the lead is up to 27. See Jalen Dern sitting on the scorer's table waiting to check into the game. Yeah, 9 on the shot clock. Look at Cade Cunningham with the layup that's in there. Pistons within 25. Under 9 to play here in the fourth. Clarkson will miss that one, and there's a bucket. Is he Cunningham with it? Cunningham dishes over to Holland, back over to Cunningham. 13 on the shot clock. Ooh, Cunningham. I thought he stepped out for a second. We had that circle there that makes it so deceiving. And who is it? That's a block right there. That's going to be Pistons ball with 2.1. I think Brogdon had a block there. Yeah, he got a piece of it. Up by 25. I'm glad to see, though, the Knicks defense is still playing with some heart right now. Still playing aggressive here, as I know that Jalen Duren's checking back into the game for the Pistons. Duren will actually inbound it. Duncan Robinson also checks back into the game. Cunningham will take the immediate shot he needed to, as there's only 2.1 coming off the inbound. Josh Hart with the bucket and the lead up to 27 again. I believe that matches their largest lead. Duren, he'll miss that one. That was a very terrible shot there. You see Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. 15 on the shot clock. Back over to Clarkson. And that's going to go out of bounds. Pistons ball. We have more substitutions here. We have Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, Hart, and who's coming out into the game now? We have Cunningham, Ivy, Thompson, Harrison, Duren. That is the starting five for the Pistons out on the court. Trailing by 27. And that's a reach-in foul called against Anunoby. Second personal foul against Anunoby. First team foul called against the Knicks here, so they'll inbound it with 14 on the shot clock. Duren. Over to Ivy, 10 on the shot clock. Back over to Asar Thompson. Thompson. That shot is up. That's no good. Jalen Duren will get the offensive rebound in the put-in. As I said, he's getting the rebounds, but I don't think he has as many points as he usually can. I said on a given night, he is definitely a threat to be a 20-15 guy. 20 points, 15 rebounds. And he exceeded that one, actually, in game number 5 in the loss. You see Duren will get the rebound. Ivy will hold on to it. Trailing by 25 right now. Cunningham for 3. No good. Duren will get the offensive rebound. He should have just had the put in. Cunningham coming around with the layup. That's good. And the Pistons within 23. Cade Cunningham with 30 points. Just a little now below his average for this postseason. Brunson. That chop shot is in. That's 42 for him. And then Tobias Harris. Harris over to Ivy. Back over to Cunningham. Cunningham for 3. No good. Anunoby grabbing the rebound here as we're halfway through the fourth quarter. 90-65. Bridges. That is no good. Ivy grabbing a rebound. Shooting it back over to Jaden Ivey. Over to Jalen Duren. 10 on the shot clock. Cunningham. That shot is good. Cade Cunningham with 32 in this game. 10 of them mid-range here as we have 5.5 to play in the fourth. 90-67, the Knicks on top. Brunson coming around. 9 on the shot clock. 4 on the shot clock. Brunson still holding on to it right now. He'll get the jump shot up. That is no good. Klay Thompson grabbing a rebound. 5 minutes to play here in the fourth. Cunningham coming around, and he's rejected by Brunson, and Brunson's still playing some tough defense right now with his team up by 23. Yeah, this Knicks team knows that big leads can evaporate. It has happened. Bridges for 3. Good! And the lead is up to 26 again. Cunningham finds over to Thompson. Back over to Cunningham. Cunningham with a jumper. That is no good. Josh Hart grabbing a rebound. Cade Cunningham with 32 points in this game. 2.4 points off of his average during this postseason. And Cunningham will... Actually, no, that's Duren that will come with the rebound there. Cunningham will dish it to Harris, and Harris with the bucket. 24-point lead now for the Knicks here, under 4 to play. As of right now, it looks like we will see a Game 7. Brunson coming around with the layup. That's good. That's 44 for him. The Knicks shooting 39 of 84. The Pistons 29 of 83. Got Jaden Ivey coming around back over to Duren. Duren will get the layup attempt. No good. Yabasili grabbing a rebound. Yabasili over to Josh Hart. Hart, jumper. No good. Duren with the rebound. Cunningham here, 10 on the shot clock. Got 5 on the shot clock right now. 3 on the shot clock. Cunningham, jump shot. No good. Yabasili grabbing a rebound over to Jalen Brunson. Anunoby. Back over to Yabasili. 2.5 to play in the fourth. Brunson for 3. That is no good. Harris will grab the rebound. Over to Almond Thompson. Over to Cade Cunningham, over to Almond Thompson here. 8 on the shot clock. Ivy coming around to shoot over to Harris. Harris for 3. That is no good. Bridges coming with the rebound here. 2 minutes to play in the fourth. And they're Yabasili with the slam dunk in the lead up to 28. I believe that's their largest lead of the game. Knicks fans that are in attendance right now, or Knicks fans watching this, get your smartphones out. Game 7 tickets will be on sale. Cunningham coming around. That is no good. Thompson will get the offensive rebound. Harris has it now. 9 on the shot clock. Ivy for 3. No good. Thompson with the, or Yabasili will grab the rebound. Brunson. Over to Hart. Back to Anunoby. 14 on the shot clock. Finding Bridges over to Hart. Hart back to Brunson. Holding on to it right now. 3 on the shot clock. Brunson. That will not fall in. Thompson will get the rebound. Final minute to play here in the fourth in Game 6. Harris feeds it over to Duren. Duren with the slam dunk. Tobias Harris will get the assist there. Brunson holding on to it right now as he has 44 in this game. Dishes over to Bridges. Back over to Hart. Over to Brunson. Bridges coming around with it. Yabasili. Over to Bridges as we have 2 on the shot clock. Bridges will get the shot up. That's no good. Asar Thompson with the rebound. So both Asar Thompson and Almond Thompson have one thing in common. They're going to be playing in Game 7s in which they were ahead in the series 3 games to 1. And see Asar Thompson coming with the slam dunk. And all the Knicks have to do is just cross the half-court line, and they'll just hold on to it right now. 2 of the best words in all of sports. Game 7. We will have a Game 7. Our second one in my season playthrough right now. The Knicks and the Pistons will head to a Game 7 in a couple of days. Or it could actually be tomorrow's video, depending on how the later video comes out between the Spurs and the Clippers. It is 97-73, the final score of this game. The Knicks dominated from like the late part of the first quarter on. As we see, Jalen Brunson will get player of the game. No surprise there. Stay tuned. We'll have the post-game player statistics coming up shortly after this. And it's time to look at the post-game player statistics brought to you by 2K Sports. We look at the home team, the Detroit Pistons here. We have Cade Cunningham, 32 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, and a block. Tobias Harris with 13 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist. Jaden Ivey with 8 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. I don't think he had any points outside that first quarter, by the way. Jalen Duren with 8 points, 17 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 blocks. Asar Thompson, 5 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. Marcus Sasser, 4 points and an assist. Paul Reed, 3 points to 3 points, 2 rebounds. As I said, that 3-pointer was the one that he made at the end of the first quarter. Isaiah Stewart only had 7 rebounds and 1 assist and a block. Ron Holland, 3 rebounds. Duncan Robinson, 2 rebounds, 3 assists and a steal. Javonte Green had no stats at 2 minutes of play, and Bobby Klintman and Chaz Lanier were the only 2 players who did not play for the Pistons. And now for the victorious New York Knicks, who just forced the Game 7. Jalen Brunson, 44 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and a block. Josh Hart with 16 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. We have Jordan Clarkson, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Followed by Mikal Bridges with 12 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists. OG Anunoby, 5 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. Then we had Karl Anthony Towns with 4 points, 18 rebounds, 1 assist. Gershon Yabusele, 2.6 rebounds, 1 assist, followed by Malcolm Brogdon with 4 points, 2 assists, and 2 steals and a block. George Niang, no stats, or actually went 0 for 1 shooting in 6 minutes of play. Ariel Hakaporti, no stats in 4 minutes of play. Miles McBride, Tyler Kolek, Landry Shamet, Pacome Dadier did not play for the New York Knicks, and that will do it for your post-game player statistics. Back in the Western Conference, as I said, where we had the number 1 seed Los Angeles Clippers taking on the 8 seed San Antonio Spurs. Game 6 of that series from San Antonio. The Clippers lead that series 3-2, surviving a furious comeback by the Spurs when the Clippers were up by as many as 19. The Spurs were able to get it down to within 4 with about a minute or so left to play in the game, but they couldn't just get any closer than that. The Clippers have a chance to close out the Spurs, and they would be the first road team to win in this series if they are able to win in Game 6, as the home team has won every game so far in this series. Will that trend continue and we'll see another Game 7? We'll find out. As I said, Game 6, Clippers, Spurs, be there or be squared. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and if you have not done so yet, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out. As well as, if you're able to support me financially, there's the link to my Cash App down below. And I'll have that link up until this channel can get monetized. And with that, I want to remind everybody the final score of this game. The Knicks all over the Pistons, 97-73. They win games 5 and 6 to force a Game 7, just like the Nuggets have done against the Rockets. That guarantees a second Game 7 of this season playthrough in the first round. The final score, 97-73. Knicks win it. I am Vinny from vdubproductions, and I am signing off.